Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, the Enchanted Luxury Studio, where we talk about wealth and luxury. Today we're going to look at Elon Musk's crazy daily schedule. Have you ever wondered what the world's richest man does in his everyday life? As someone who earns a net worth of over $200 billion, I'm pretty sure he does a lot. And that's what we have for you for today. Elon Musk, a legendary businessman, is probably one of the most interesting CEOs in the world today. This South African tech mogul leads the way in the EV and renewable markets. Aside from being the owner of Tesla, the wealthiest car manufacturer firm on the planet today, he is also behind the SpaceX. The company plans to make space travel a reality even for the average person. There's no denying that Musk's works and inventions have had a huge impact on the world and yielded tremendous results. Of course, everything doesn't come so easy for him. Over the past several years of building his multinational link of corporations, Elon Musk's daily routine can be summed up as work, eat, and sleep, with work taking up the bulk of his schedule. Typically waking up at 7 a.m. and going to bed at around 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. Elon Musk sleeps around 6 hours a day. In his past interview, the CEO mentioned that he regularly has to work till 1 or 2 a.m. but he still managed to sleep for 6 hours. Getting fewer than 6 hours of sleep seemingly affects his work productivity in a day. That's why it's important for him to stick with that sleeping pattern. After allocating some minutes to checking and replying to important emails, he then goes in for a warm shower and skips breakfast to save time. Instead of having a full-course breakfast, he usually opts for a cup of coffee and an omelette. There's one daily habit that Musk will find time for: showering, which he attributes to the source of many ideas. In terms of his fitness activities, Musk has once confessed that he doesn't exercise that much, or at least on a daily basis, although he does spend time lifting weights and running on the treadmill while watching TV. He also dabbles in taekwondo, karate, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Being a father to his 6 children, the famous CEO tends to be involved in his children's life even the smallest way possible. His eldest son is 17 years old, while the youngest one is still an infant. He might not play a big part in an infant's life, but he still takes the rest of the boys to school daily. The kids study at SpaceX campus, which is again led by Elon Musk himself. The school is called Adastra and has a more future-oriented approach to education. The lessons dwell more on ethics, philosophy, engineering, math, and artificial intelligence. The school is highly selective, so not just anyone can get admission. After dropping the kids to school, Musk spends the rest of his day managing Tesla and SpaceX. And the way we're seeing it, he's doing a pretty good job. A huge percentage of Musk's daily schedule is split between Tesla and SpaceX, while the rest of the time is spent on other ventures where he is a co-founder, investor, or executive. Based on an unofficial tally, for the last 15 years, Elon's leadership of the Tesla team has led the company to grow from a small startup to having hundreds of thousands of cars on the road that customers love, employing tens of thousands of people around the world, and creating significant shareholder value in the process. Go ahead and get your favorite beverage and popcorn, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. When it comes to productivity for himself and his employees, Musk is well known for his ruthless efficiency. The tech mogul prefers to have face-to-face meetings and avoid phone calls and conferences. His second way of communicating is through emails. He does not like to waste his time, nor does he like to waste the time of his employees. This is because he thinks that the time of his co-workers could be spent better elsewhere. He would rather keep things small and brief, believing that the time of his workers could be spent better elsewhere. Unlike other CEOs, Elon despises excessive meetings. In fact, he commands his employees to get rid of long-hour meetings, unless they are dealing with a severely urgent matter. He even allows his workers to walk out of a certain meeting or drop off a call if they think it's not adding any value to them. For Musk, leaving or hanging up will not make them rude. What is rude is to make someone stay and waste their time. Being fond of keeping things simple, Musk also instructed his employees to avoid using acronyms or nonsense words for objects, softwares, or processes at Tesla, and encouraged the free flow of information between all levels, regardless of the employee's role or department. Mark trusts his team to make small decisions for the company, which is why he is rarely contacted for such matters. Instead, he is called to take over for a much bigger responsibility. During his lunch break, which Musk doesn't really have much time for, he would often get something that is quick and easy to eat in between meetings. It could be a simple salad or a sandwich. When he does get time for a proper lunch, he only spends about 5 minutes on it. In a New York Times profile, Musk shared he works up to 120 hours a week. Being the head designer at SpaceX and an engineer at Tesla, most of Musk's working day is spent on the factory floor or design desk. He tries to go to the factory floor to ensure that the production is going close to the plan. According to the CEO, there were a couple of times when he didn't leave his office for 3 or 4 days, which came at the expense of seeing his kids and friends. When he is not working inside his company, he would travel around for another bunch of business-related affairs. Some of the countries he often visits are China, Germany, and certain parts of the United Kingdom. Basically, a place where sales of Tesla are thriving. Despite his overwhelming schedule, Musk still tries to maintain a work-life balance. In an interview, he shared that he tries to bring some of his children with him when he travels. When he has a trip for Tesla to China, for example, he will bring some of the kids and do some activities like seeing the Great Wall or taking the bullet train from Beijing to Xi'an and seeing the Terracotta Warriors. When Elon is not traveling or working, which is very unlikely, he would go for an evening walk, work out, go out to dinner, or read a good book. And there goes Elon Musk's crazy daily schedule. It is undeniable that this CEO is a committed billionaire who doesn't have time to sit back and do absolutely nothing. Being insanely rich is never a walk in the park. Elon Musk is a great example of this. A great deal of discipline and persistence should always be at the forefront. If you guys like this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Go check out more interesting videos from us and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching!